Hi, I'm Rich with insideHPC. We're here at ISC 17 in Frankfurt, and I'm here with Bill Wagner from Bright Computing. Welcome to Germany, sir.
Thank you, Rich. Glad to be here.
All right. Well, why don't we get folks situated? Who is Bright Computing, and who do you help?
So Bright makes software that automates the process of building and managing clusters for HPC applications, big data, deep learning, OpenStack infrastructure, and we do it for commercial enterprises, government agencies, and universities.
So, Bill, I remember when we first talked about a year and a half ago, you mentioned one of the things that brought you to Bright was you saw a need for a change in HPC and a broadening of the market. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm more convinced than ever. We're seeing a whole new crop of HPC-like applications emerge that have HPC-like requirements that ultimately need to be deployed on HPC types of systems. Mm-hmm. And I call it HPC-like because although they're modeling and simulation and analysis types of applications, they're being sponsored by new users, new groups, often in new companies outside of traditional HPC, leveraging new sources of data. And from our perspective, in just the last 12 months, we now have more than 40 customers that are deploying these types of applications, primarily in the area of deep learning and big data on top of Bright HPC clusters.
So, Bill, I remember that conversation, and you talked about your mission of making HPC simple. Has that changed?
No, it's definitely not changed. And we actually just about 6 weeks ago released Bright 8.0. Yeah. And so what we did in that release to eliminate the complexity and make things easier is first in the area of cloud bursting, we added support for Microsoft Azure. So it makes it really easy for businesses to extend their on-premise Bright clusters to the Azure cloud. We already have support for AWS, so now they can build a hybrid cloud that spans on-premise, AWS, and Azure simultaneously. In the area of machine learning, we added several new deep learning frameworks and packages to the product. So we automate the deployment of those frameworks. I think we have more than 24 now. And so we eliminate all the complexities. There's a lot of dependencies typically between operating system, these packages, drivers, things like that. We take care of all of that so businesses can just quickly deploy the infrastructure and get up and being productive with deep learning and machine learning. And then in the area of containers, we introduced support for Mesos plus Marathon. So we had already supported Kubernetes as a container environment, so we now support that as well as Mesos and Marathon. And what we do there is we actually automate the process of deploying the Mesos framework, Marathon, so that customers don't have to deal with any of those complexities, and then they'll have a single cluster that they can use to deploy both containerized and non-containerized applications on the same infrastructure.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I can't let you go, Bill, without asking what's next for Bright. What's the future hold? Where are you guys headed?
So a lot of what we've done reflects what the future holds. I think the future for Bright is kind of the future of where the future of HPC is. You're going to see us continue to support new types of workload management systems, representing new types of compute-intensive and data-intensive applications, so that businesses can build one infrastructure that spans it all. You're going to see us continuing to make it easy to do HPC, and the reason for that is that it's just the need for it's becoming much more pervasive. We need to lower the bar, especially as new industries that are not used to doing HPC come into the fold, and so that's where we're focused.